Okay, Charlie, the first set of questions are personal life and background questions, okay?
All right.
Okay, so how do you define leadership?
I define leadership as the ability to take charge of a group or to take charge of your own individual life and what you're going to do with it. And so leadership is the ability not to rely on others for the ability to change.
That's a great answer, Charlie. Would you like to say anything?
Yes. No. Yes. I'll do the next question. Charlie, what events in your life have...
You missed a question.
I know, but like, I don't think you have to do them like every single one.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Okay.
Go ahead.
What events have had the most significant impact on your leadership development?
Athletics and music and just, I'd have to say going blind had a pretty profound effect on it.
Mm-hmm. What sports did you do?
Football, wrestling, and track.
Sweet. And how do you think that helped you become a leader?
It just really teaches you how to take the initiative, and you don't get anything done unless you take the initiative.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, sweet. And what about music?
Music, because it allows you to develop the creative flair it takes to be a leader. Because I mean, being a leader, I mean, you can say that you have to do this, and do this, but I think the best leaders have the ability to create unique thoughts and unique ideas. So in doing like the fine arts and all that kind of stuff, it really opens up your mind to how to think creatively and problem solve.
That's awesome. That was a really good answer.
Charlie, who has had the most significant impact on how you lead others?
I'd have to say that's a tough one.
Maybe your grandpa?
My grandpa and my brother, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely my mom. Because I mean they're all very they're just very assertive and do whatever it takes to get a job done.
Sweet. So they're like super hardworking, kind of.
Mm-hmm. Very hardworking.
Cool.
Great.
Okay. So we're gonna ask you some questions on your personal values and strengths. Are you ready for this?
Go ahead.
Okay.
How do you...
What would you consider to be your guiding values?
Define guiding values.
Oh.
What are some traits that define you when leading?
Restate that.
So what are some of the leadership traits that you've developed?
Communication, working together, knowing when to step back and let others lead. Let's see. I think common sense and really just critical thinking.
Sweet.
Okay, Charlie. What skills and strengths do you think are the most important to your ability to lead effectively?
Skills. That's just I'm a pretty good talker. When I speak assertively and people listen, I think. Then other skills are just the ability to demonstrate that I can do the things that I'm asking people to do. Mm-hmm. And those are two of the most important skills. And then as far as strengths go, when you ask somebody to do something, or when you're trying to lead a group in a process, you have to know how to ask and present it in a way where everybody feels like they're part of the job, or their part in the process is important enough to where you have to do it to 100% of the 100% efficiency and quality.
Yeah, I agree. If I asked one of your classmates or friends to describe a leadership quality or behavior of yours, what would they say, or what do you think they would say?
Probably, I'm just easy. I'm easy to get along with. People. I make people feel at ease around me.
Yeah, that's really important though. And let's see. What is the biggest leadership challenge that you are currently facing? If there are any.
I don't know that I really am facing any at the moment. I think the biggest challenge that I did face was just, especially being blind, or just being a leader in general. You find that you have to initiate conversation. You have to initiate connections, and the biggest struggle with that is being blind. You don't really know where somebody is. Like you can't see somebody and just walk up and talk to them. You have to hear them and you have to locate them, and then introduce yourself. But I mean, I've gotten over that. It just took experience and time.
Yeah, that's great. You got anything?
Yeah. So part of this interview is just because we're part of a class. So if you were in a leadership studies class, something that helps develop you as a leader, what are some things that you would advise fellow students to learn, or what are some things that you would recommend students to get out of a leadership studies class?
I think it's important to develop leadership skills, but I also think it's important to develop your teamwork skills as well. So not everybody can be a leader at the same time. You have to know when you're the leader and when you're not the leader, and so you have to be able to allow others to take the initiative and let others flourish as leaders.
Yeah. So would you say that being a leader and a follower are equally important?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if everybody was a leader, then there would be nobody who could execute what they wanted. Right. So, and I mean, you could do the job yourself, but what's the point of being a leader? I mean, if you're a leader, I think being a leader is the ability to have a group or have people look up to you and want to help you out in accomplishing a goal or a task.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And would you say you're more of a leader or a follower in general?
I don't think that I'm more one than the other. I think that I try to balance the two. So if there's a project and somebody's been assigned the position of leader, I'm a follower. But if there's a project and I've been assigned the position of leader, then I'm going to lead.
So you can kind of work around whatever.
Yeah. So basically, what I'm saying is you have to realize when it's necessary for you to do what you're told and when it's necessary for you to do the telling.
Yeah. Dang, you're good at this.
Yeah. Okay. Charlie, personal question. Where do you see yourself in 10 years?
Celebrating the 10th anniversary of you asking me this question.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
I don't know. I really don't know where I'll be. I don't have a plan. I don't have a 10-year plan. I just kind of do what comes to me. I mean, I know where I want to be in 10 years is in the music industry, recording music and performing.
Yeah. What's your favorite thing to play? What instrument?
Guitar and sax and piano and singing.
And all of the ones that you play. Do you play acoustic as well?
Yeah, I play.
I guess since
Yeah.
Electric. Do you like electric or acoustic better?
Depends on what style I'm playing.
Oh, that's awesome. Wait, so do you want to be a music teacher or you said performer?
Performer.
Right.
Performer and teacher.
You can be, yeah.
Okay. All right, great.
Thank you, Charlie.
It was 9 minutes and 30
Until
seconds
next
long.
time.
Yeah.